Clothing saying welcome to Hello World. How is everyone doing this lovely evening? I hope you had a beautiful day. I need to check to see if I'm buffering at all. So just give me 1 second while I check. But in the meantime, I like to say thank you for joining me. And don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and turn on your notification bells if you can. And then also, if you can give me some thumbs up, that would be great as well. So, how is everyone doing today? I hope you had a lovely day. Um, I will definitely tell you all about mine in a few. Um, but yeah. Uh, so, Hey, storage pirate Ricardo, how are you? How was your day? I hope you're doing good. So, generally, I like to tell you guys how everything was. So, I woke up this morning. I tried to sleep in, but I couldn't because and I sleep with windows open. So, someone's car alarm was just going off. I mean, like it was off. And then when I finally opened my eyes, then it would go off. Then I'm like, okay, let me just close my eyes again. So, when I closed my eyes, then the alarm went off again. And so I took it as a sign that I need to take my behind to church. But of course, I ignored it. And then I tried to go back to sleep again, and it didn't happen. So since my eyes were wide open, I'm glad it was a good day, Ricardo. Um, since my eyes were wide open, I just said, hey, let me just wake up. So um, then I seized the opportunity to go back to sleep. I started texting people, and this is like around 8:30 in the morning. So I started texting people to see about, you know, going to a barbecue today. And then I was bothering Instagram buddy of mine by saying, good morning, just trying to be funny. And then I was listening to a podcast. And so when everything quieted down, I was like, ooh, this is a perfect opportunity to take a nap. So I went to take a nap, and then somebody else's alarm went off. All of this way before 9 o'clock in the morning. No, I did not make it to church. However, I did get up, and it was a pretty normal day. And then I got a text message that no one likes to get. A friend of mine texted me and said that they were heartbroken, but I didn't know, hey, J Dog, how are you? J Dog in the house. I got a text message from a friend of mine that like when you first see a message, it pops up and you get like a preview of what the person is saying. So I'm thinking they're gonna tell me that they're heartbroken about something funny, but it turns out that they had a loss in their family. And I was so confused. I was like, wait, what? I definitely didn't read the text at all. Um, I read whatever I thought I read, and then I just called them, and I couldn't get through. So I understand that, it was, it is a time where they probably, don't want to be bothered or already in so much grief, they just can't handle certain things. So I was just like, wow, are you okay? And then someone else called me and then finally told me like what they could. Hey, Jennifer, how are you? You'll never find. No, I didn't get a notification about that. What's wrong with Sandy? Um, is something wrong with, is it Sandy running the auction or is it Thelma running the auction for Sandy? Yeah, J Dog, you post a link. Definitely post a link so we could see. You Oh, let me turn you into a mod, J Dog, so that you can post it. So I just turned you into a mod so you can post the link. Oh, Thelma's doing it for her. Okay, so I guess Sandy isn't doing so well. So yeah. Um, yeah. So add that to the list of things today. So I I ended up talking to my road dog, my friend, who decided that, I guess they wanted to go to the barbecue too, which came in great timing. Um, no problem. So the cool thing about it is this barbecue. I don't remember I told you guys yesterday that, and I will go to Thelma's chat. J Dog, if you don't mind, after I go off to head over to Thelma's chat for her auction, if you're interested in the auction or anything like that, you're more than welcome to go over there. Sandy is so cool. So obviously they're raising money to help her in her time of need. So, it'd be nice if we all can band together and do something to help her out. Um, anyway, I don't buy jewelry, but I'll, definitely see if there's something I can do outside of that. Anyway, um, so the barbecue, it was like the movie premiere that I was telling you guys about. Um, they actually, the coordinator who had coordinated the vendors for that evening had invited us to go to the barbecue. I was like, for real? Do you want me to vend there? She was like, no, we just want you to come because you came to our very first premiere and it was special. So I was like, okay, no problem. If my friend didn't want to go, then I probably wouldn't have gone. Because who goes to a barbecue by yourself when you don't know anybody? So, it was a nice thing to go to the barbecue to take my mind off of all of the things that transpired today, which leads me to the topic about death, guys. I honestly and sincerely mean this from the bottom of my heart. You better start taking advantage of every moment in your life. Because this particular death that I found out about was unexpected and they were fairly young. I don't have any details about what happened, nor do I need to know the details. But what I do know is that every moment you get to live on this earth is a moment you should be thankful and grateful for. Start treating each other better, start loving people more, getting to know who you are so that you can heal from any scars or childhood scars so that you can begin to communicate. Because what I find, guys, is that a lot of people that I have the hardest time communicating with are the ones that are going through so much turmoil in their own lives. And I feel like, and this is my personal opinion, I feel like that can be attributed to maybe childhood traumas from maybe parents or other family members or whatever the case may be. But guys, it doesn't negate the fact that we have one life. And once you stop breathing, your last breath is going to affect so many people. People who may have known you directly and people that may have known you indirectly. People you work with, your family, and especially if you are a child and your parents are still alive. They're probably going to be the ones that hurt the most. Because from what I've heard, parents do not want to bury their own children. So live your life, guys. Please start living and enjoying. Give me 1 second. So, guys, Death is eventually going to come knocking on every single one of our doors. And once we answer that door, there is no turning back. So, what is your legacy currently, right now, at this moment? I need you guys to take this seriously. People who are watching now, and then those who may be watching after the fact. So, yes, share this chat out because it's super important. What legacy are you currently building and leaving? What things can you fix? What relationships can you repair? There were some other things that happened today that I did not appreciate or like, but it's not in my control, and I cannot control anybody else. I can only control myself. But when you watch people go into their demise, it's not easy. It's never easy. But death is final. Do you get that? Death is final. And then also in a good way, right? Death can be good for those who may have been suffering for so long. So, for those who may have been suffering for a long time, death can be their escape from pain and whatever torment they were going through. But, guys, even if you are in a lot of pain and turmoil and discomfort and just don't want to live, remember this is a gift. And once your gift is gone, all you can leave is a legacy. And then the people who survive or have to survive without you in their lives permanently. So make each and every day count. Make it count. Make it count. Make every moment count. I just, I mean, like, and the death that I heard about today just makes me all the more want to be like, enjoy your life, Joy, because there's many twists and turns that can happen at any moment. And I keep telling that to you guys all the time, but now it's a reality. It's a reality. At least in my circle, it's a reality. But don't wait until it becomes your circle or your loved one to come and realize, like, oh man, I should have appreciated them more. Oh man, I should have called them when I felt like I should have called them. Oh man, I should have taken that one trip, but now I can't because I'm about to be 6 feet under. Do not delay in living. You're doing yourself an injustice and it's going to be permanent. I mean, I'm just trying to encourage you guys, all of us, including myself, encourage to please just live, enjoy life. And I wanted to put a PSA out earlier, but it just trying to record the video, it just didn't look right. My angle wasn't right. My angle wasn't right. My face wasn't right. It wasn't the right setting. But I'm telling you this, guys. Parents, if you are a parent, guardian, or whatever the case may be, kids look to you for their first and only example of what love means. If you drop the ball, you cannot blame them for growing into people who do not know how to communicate or love. How do you hold somebody accountable for something they have no idea about? Right? So you have this broken person trying to develop romance and relationships with other people who never had a great example, while Yes, they can figure it out, but you have to know that there's something wrong. How are you going to know that there's something wrong if that's all you knew and was taught inadvertently through your parents? And a lot of times it's because one or two parents don't spend enough time or even pay attention to their child. Please start doing that. If you have children, pay attention to them. They didn't ask to come here. You didn't need to lay down with anybody. Oh, be extra, extra careful about who you have a child with. Because guess what? Whether you are the person that is the absentee parent, the person that is there has to answer to that child that says, Mom or Dad, why doesn't my mom or dad love me? That's a red flag. So if you fall under the umbrella, and I'm not meaning this with any judgment or criticism or anything like that, but if you know in your heart you fall under the umbrella of the parent who may be neglecting the time with your child and to help develop them, today is that day where you become active and present in their lives. Do it. I say do it because you will save them from a lot of other things that are not necessary. Like life already has enough stressors and pains. Why add the extra unloved version from their parent into it? So, parents, if you are listening, watching, take my words seriously. Stop developing human beings that will not know how to communicate effectively, not know how to be in a relationship effectively, because that's how the vicious cycle of disconnect continues. And imagine if you were in your child's position, feeling like, why doesn't my mom or dad love me? Why don't they want to be around me? Regardless of whether you hate the spouse that you laid down with to create that beautiful baby, they don't think about that. They don't even know what sex is. Hopefully, they don't. All they can see is, why doesn't this person love me? You know how heartbreaking that is? I don't have kids, but do you know how heartbreaking that sounds? Be active and present. You can help avoid a lot of different things that this child will grow up to endure. I'm not talking about you know, the feeling like a failure, because that's stuff that happens, but stuff that can be prevented, like being active and present in your child's life, that can definitely be prevented. Even if you don't want to be in a relationship with the spouse that you sat laid down with to create this beautiful baby or child now, that's fine. But you make every effort to make sure that child knows that they are loved, not by just one, but both of you. However, your family structure is, I don't know, I don't care, it doesn't matter to me. But what does matter to me is the person growing into emotions that they didn't necessarily have to feel because you dropped the ball. It's okay if you drop the ball, pick it up now. That's living. Caring for other human beings that don't know any better. I hear too many frequent situations of kids just getting let down by a parent. Could be a mother or a dad, it doesn't matter, because sometimes both parents are become absent. They may feel like they have a good enough reason, but at the end of the day, that little person is learning, okay, this is what love is. So I'm going to treat every relationship like that, friendship, romance, even when they have their children, unless they realize that that's not really the right way. Hopefully, someone else who understands and wants to show them what true love is can come along their way. But sometimes that does not happen. But you are the one that is responsible. Do not wait for them to have to wait until they get older for these things to happen. Death of relationships, death of the parental guidance becomes very detrimental to a little kid that then grows up into an adult, a broken one on that. How do we handle a situation if somebody tells you that a death has happened in their family? My recommendation is just to sit there and listen, because sometimes words are not what they're looking for. Sometimes just you just being present and active is enough. Active is just being there. You don't have to say, "Hey, are you okay?" What the heck do you know? What do you mean, are you okay? They just experience a permanent trauma. Of course they're not okay. Just sit there. If they want you to rock them, then rock with them. If they want you to hug them, then hug them. If they want you to get a glass of water, get the glass of water. But don't say things unless you're asked. Just sit there. Be that comfort, that shoulder to lean on. I know everybody feels like, we'll all meet each other again, but that's just a feeling. Nobody has absolutely come back to say that that is actual fact. So if it's not a fact yet, then we need to agree to disagree that this right here is all we know. Maybe there are better things after we die. And if there are, then amen, great. But if they're not, then you just wasted your gift. And that is a whole bunch of people, especially if it was unexpected, a whole bunch of people who are just left in grief. The what ifs. What if I just checked on you? What if I just stuck around a little longer? Some things you can't prevent. And it goes back to, the conversation we had about suicide too, guys. The more we check on each other, the less likely somebody is wanting to take their lives and actually go through with taking their lives. No, because some people will still want to, but at least you may have saved them for one more day. But enjoy life. Whatever you do, enjoy life. Enjoy life. Guys, I don't have anything else to say. Um, Ricardo, hi, pro life. How are you? Hey, Eva. I'm glad too, Eva, because they notice that kind of stuff. Hey, Jenny B, how are you? Welcome to Hello World. Hi, the Bargain Effects. Welcome to Hello World. I was just talking about death. Um, and Eva, that is what they need to know that regardless of whether you two are together or not, at least they have that support from each of you. Of course, they're going to be mad about the separation, but honestly, to be honest with them is a great thing. So I'm glad that your kids are doing well. That's right, pro life. But until heaven's gates open for you, you better enjoy every moment. Enjoy every moment that you have here with the people that care about you. And even the people that may not care about you or the people that you may meet in the future, enjoy them and live your life to the fullest as much as you can. Hey, Dad's Vintage. How are you? Oh, great. That's good news right there, guys. Dad's Vintage kids will be starting their vision boards tomorrow. I'm excited. I love it. I love it. That's a great way to end the live today. But love more, be active and present. Try not to neglect each other because I know we're not perfect and we never will be perfect and we're never going to get it right all the time. But when you do know and when that inkling comes inside of you, be active and present. Because once you stop living and breathing, that's it. For that moment, it's it. And those people have to, live without you. Eva, if you can please put Thelma's link in the chat or whoever has the blue wrench, if you can put Thelma's link in the chat, I think we should raid her channel because she is going to be doing, or if she's not on right now, I'm not sure. She will be doing a charity auction for Just Sandy. And some of you know Just Sandy, some of you don't. But Just Sandy is an amazing person who makes jewelry out of crystals and stones and just not great stuff. And apparently she's not doing too well, so they want to raise some funds for her. So join in the auction, guys, and show some support to Sandy. She's always been very kind to me in her words, and she's definitely a person that I am thankful that I know of. So we should definitely try our best to support in any way that we can. I personally do not buy jewelry, but I will try my best to support in any other efforts that I can. Hey, Adam, how are you? Welcome to Hello World. So, guys, you are beautiful. You are amazing. There is no mistake about your life. Enjoy life while you can. Because one day you're going to get a phone call, or you might be the call that somebody's making about you. Try your best to start leaving amazing legacies if you feel like you haven't done so thus far. Something that we all can take with us and just share out to the rest of the world. Don't neglect time with friends and family. Don't neglect time with yourself. Just don't neglect time because that's all we have. And until someone can come from the grave and tell me what to expect, this is what I know is what is true and real. So you continue to be the difference every day as much as you can. Even if you're not that great at it or you don't think you're that great at it, just do it. Yes. Continue to support each other. I hope the rest of your evening is amazing. I hope the rest of your sleep tonight will be so refreshing. Please click on the link that Eva put in the chat for Thelma's charity auction for Just Sandy. This is part of us being a community that helps each other because even when you just show up, I think it'll put a smile on Just Sandy's face just to brighten her day. That's what it's about. So, my name is Joy from Be the Difference Clothing on another episode of Hello World. If you want to know anything about what I do or the things that I have done, check the links down below. And until we meet again, please don't neglect. And if you have been, stop neglecting time and stop letting time pass before you resolve issues with people or before you call somebody that may come to mind. Because maybe sometimes there are no issues going on, but maybe you haven't spoken to someone in a long time that you just need to pick up the phone and call. Do it, because you never know what may happen in the next moment. I'm not even going to say the next day, because you never know. Each moment carries its own different design. So take advantage of time now while you can. See you guys later.